too.
Yeah.
Northern Territory.
Yeah, just the ring.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
I know.
Northern Territory.
Yeah, it was reported at a remote Aborigine camp.
Hmm.
And that's I don't know what happened to him. I think he went a little bit off track.
He must have
maybe
lost his compass.
It was a good pigeon. It was a really consistent pigeon. And I lost it as a 2-year-old, not a young bird.
What point? Do you know what race that was from, Ken?
I think it was 300 mile. I lost it.
So he decided to go north instead of coming south.
Yeah, I think the sun on that side that day was facing the opposite direction. He kept going.
Well, mate.
But it was a nice little pigeon. But I think he's in the pot somewhere near.
Well, that's...
But you're talking about the paragons before.
Yeah, mate.
All of the trouble you have.
Yeah, we're into the raptors.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, if they were like a duck, good eating, everybody be at Arsenal.
That's right, mate.
So that's
Yeah, but what do you think about these raptor associations stating that there's only 50 pair in Victoria?
Well, I live on top of the hill here, and I reckon there have to be at least 5 or 6 different ones around this area. And
There you go.
As soon as they leave that area, another lot come in. And it only takes 2 weeks for another one to take over the area.
Exactly.
And that 2 weeks, and then that's it.
We've got a big black lady
giving
us the irrits here, haven't we?
A big black lady?
Yeah, big one.
What's that?
Big black hen.
Big black hen.
I had a pair, went through them on Saturday morning, yesterday. Took one of my birds, but they didn't get to eat it because I went over where it was. And got the ring back, and they set up in the tree squawk, and I tell you what, if they'd been squawking any louder, they might have...
fell out of the tree.
Could have, but those things I didn't have. But then, they're around, mate.
Yeah. The trouble is, when the paragon gets in on them, day after day after day, it just wrecks the mind of a bird.
Yeah. So these people don't realise what it costs you to breed a race bird, the time you put into them. They think, it's just a pigeon. But it's not. It's a well-bred bird that costs dollars. Costs you time, the feed, your antibiotics, all your stimulants and that you buy for the birds. It's just like a racehorse. Something happens to a racehorse, they carry on.
Thoroughbreds of the sky.
That's right.
And it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse because it's that dry this year.
Yes, that's what Tony was telling us, and I've been up that way, and it is going to be bad.
But
a lot of the water holes are gone, so those birds are going to be looking somewhere for a drink, especially on the long when we get up to the distance, 350, 400 and on.
When I was away, I got an SMS from my wife.
Yes.
That said, you know how I got the canaries under the cage, under the pergola.
Yeah.
The crow jumped on the canary cage and pulled his head off. That's how dry it is. That's how much they're looking around for food.
Unbelievable.
And the little canary standing there, he's got no head. Gone, he's gone.
So sounds like an episode of Bugs Bunny.
I've never ever heard of it. I've seen it done.
No.
I seen a crow kill one of my fantails.
Yeah.
Killed a fantail hen. I had her in a box, as de-licing them as I do with some of them, and I turned me back for 5 minutes and into it. Well, that crow made the mistake of staying there a little bit too long.
He fell out of the tree too.
Yeah, he fell out. It was bad, but that's the way it goes. You touch my birds.
So how are your birds shaping up, Ken, for the forthcoming season?
Good. They're still on deep litter. Haven't cleaned them out since November.
Yeah, I had a look at that loft, the way you've got it. You were telling me that.
Haven't cleaned them out since November, and I've scraped my loft every day since 1990, bar this year.
Really?
Every day.
So you've quit it this year, have you?
I stopped it this year. I stopped it in November.
And why did you do that?
I had a cook back at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah,
but if they race as good as what they handle and what the shine on them and the way they fly, I'll be sticking to it. And that's if they race as good. Otherwise, I've got to get a slave in there to clean me loft.
Slave.
When you're over in Thailand, Ken, how did the hygiene of the lofts over there? Did that vary from loft to loft, or did they all
No, they were all really, really good.
I heard that they're very clean. You can eat off their loft floors over there.
Yep.
And they've got special people looking after their lofts. Is that right?
Yep. All got their own loft boys or loft toys.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard was it you that were telling me that in each they've got a section for each of the countries that send birds over there to it, and they've got a loft toy to look after each section. The moment a bird craps, bang, he's in there and cleans the floor.
I know they clean them out all the time, right? All the time, 2-3 times a day, and they just look after them that well.
Yeah.
But this new federation's starting up a new one loft race.
Right. How do they transport their birds over there, Ken?
By truck.
What type of units do they use?
Like a big 1-ton ute with all big wire floors.
Right, wire floors too, isn't it?
That's just for club racing. Then they've got this big, huge truck.
Right.
Like big semi-trailer wire floors.
On in each unit, isn't it?
Every unit's got wire floors.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they're in good nick, because I handled the birds when they were going away to one of the races.
Right.
And I handled the week before's winner. As soon as I put him in my hand without opening his wing, I knew his end flights were missing.
Yeah.
And yet he won the week before.
What distance was that race from?
I think it was around 300 or 400k.
Gee.
But you're talking about 300 or 400k, and it's hot. There's no fresh air. It's just really humid. And like at the moment over there, it's the hottest time of the year. It's their Songkran. It was their New Year's Eve when I was over there.
And they're racing now.
Yeah.
In this weather.
Yeah. All different. They race all year round, different lines.
Okay.
Right. That's how they work.
So they must breed 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
They always seem to be
every
breeding.
week. Yeah.
And they breed in individual little breeding pens.
Right. And how big are they?
A foot and a half by 2 foot.
Right.
Not very big. But
What is the most number of birds that say that the flyers over there carry compared to the guys down here in Australia?
They don't keep many. I don't think they... most of the lofts I visit, I think, are around 100 youngsters.
Right.
And that's about it.
What diet do they feed the birds over there? Is it berry, or is it rice, barley, or compared to what we feed?
No, it's a mixture. They like white peas.
Yeah.
They really like white peas.
And they grow that over there, do they?
No, they get it from all different countries.
Oh.
And then look, they feed pretty similar to ours, but a light mix.
Okay.
Right,
Probably due to their climate, it's lighter.
Yeah. There's one guy over there, brilliant, right? His name's Sinchai.
Mm-hmm.
He really knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's running a one loft race there at the moment.
Okay.
And your bird, when you send birds to him, they race in the federation every week as well.
Mm.
Right, so that's how they work. They go up with the federation. So when you've got a one loft race and they go up with the federation, you know you're getting plenty of cover coming home.
That's right. Yeah.
And the same with that Adelaide race. You know, the one loft race where you send 4 birds to.
Yeah.
The federation you're talking about, what's that? What, the Greater Thailand Federation, or does it come under another name?
I don't know. There's 2 federations or 4 federations in Thailand as well.
Right. How many members would each fed carry, Ken?
You got me buggered.
It's pretty popular over there.
Yeah. I could give you an example. Their New Year's Eve went for 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, 600 people died and 15,000 were injured.
What, in partying on?
Yeah, you know, going away for the weekends.
Yeah.
Jeez, it went for 2.
Now tell us, has the tsunami
speed limit.
Has the tsunami affected the race birds at all?
Nah. I was swimming around out there, and I kept watching the tide. I just kept looking, I'll tell you.
Didn't see any waves coming in, did you?
No, we knew where the motorbikes were sitting. We were ready to go.
Now, I had an earlier conversation with him. You were telling me about the raptor. They have raptors over there. Do they get much problem there compared to us?
They haven't got as many over there, but they have got them.
Right.
Right. But once they start breeding up, eventually they will. They will have problems with them. But they are there. David Finnerty seen them there one day.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
And they're out at Tanar's. There was about 500 flying around.
And how is Tanar, by the way?
What do you mean, 500 what?
Birds flying around on one loft race.
Oh, yeah, race birds.
Tanar, yeah.
And they all got put down in the trees.
Mm.
And
how is Tanar?
everybody's grown old.
Are they?
He's well, but everybody's grown
There
old.
was another friend of yours up there, Mr. Brendan Keane. How's he going?
Grown old.
Yeah. riding his little scooters over the hook.
Yeah, he's got his motorbike.
Yeah, that's good.
Old Harley.
Yeah, no.
Old low rider.
Is he racing over there or what?
Who?
Is he racing birds there?
Nah, not at the moment. I went and visited Loft Willie Neilstan in Padia.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a German flyer.
Yeah.
Plenty of pigeon pox.
Yeah?
Yeah, oodles.
Don't they believe in vaccinating?
Well, they're talking about it.
I hope they talk quickly.
Hey, I've had pigeon pox.
Yeah.
Right,
I've had it in my life.
right, and I don't like it.
No.
And it's 10 times worse entirely.
Oh, I won't go to Thailand and race then.
And you open up the keel and it's just covered on the keels.
Really?
On the legs, on the faces, in the
And what do they do? They just leave them go through it?
They let them go through it.
Mm.
And I mean, they're getting it as young birds too.
Mm.
You know, like when you first put them over around about 6 weeks old and they've already got it.
Mm.
It's just woeful.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
You got no idea.
Well, probably the Mozzie population must be rampant.
Yeah, when you handle them, I didn't wipe me willy, that's for sure. And
All right, mate. We're going to cut you off and move on. Yeah, thanks for this. And well, listen, you should have a better report for us next week.
Yeah, you better get in on the Goss in Geelong, mate.
Right at the Goss in Geelong, so you can report back. Now that you're the roving reporter for the Corio, Ballaroon, Geelong Peninsula.
I'd love to ring you one day and say everybody got back together.
That'd be great. And that's the type of news that we need.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be before I'm buried.
Yeah, well, you know, my father, before he died, he said to me, he said, I'll never see Collingwood win another grand final, and he was right. He missed out in the 1990 grand final. Who knows?
Are you a Collingwood supporter?
Ken, I've always been. Black and white runs through my blood, mate.
I'll give you a yell when they play Geelong again.
Ken, we'll come down and have a little drink that day, definitely.
No problem.
I'll bring down that Superman Jansen I got off you.
Yeah, all right?
Yeah, it hatched out beautifully.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, the two eggs you gave me, I got a lovely slate. It looks like a
Cocker hen.
Cool. I think it might be a little hen. It's a nice bird.
I don't really care how big they are.
I know, either do I, because if I have a large cock, I'll put a small hen to it, or vice versa, and I find out you get nice apple-bodied birds that way.
You handled that pigeon that I got second national with at
Yeah.
the Scythe.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
Magic
Yeah,
bird.
he is a monster, isn't he?
You know what, B-51 bombers, I reckon they fly bloody well, mate, and they're really good. But thanks, mate. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy, boys.
No worries.
See ya.
Thanks,
Bye.
mate. Bye.
That was our Geelong Ballaroon.
For a personal finance company that does all the work for you, you can't go past stress.
Yeah, and the pigeons, if I can find this thing here. Oh, yeah.
Well, we've
Set up,
got
yeah.
to go there.
All right.
Steve and Eva taking over.
Steve and Eva coming in, and we're going. And goodbye, Raymond, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm going home. I'm no good in bed.
All right,
I'm
see
going.
you later.
Bye.